Okay, welcome, Sleep Sisters, YouTubers, and Facebook, my subscribers. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with the Sleep Sisters. I'm Sleep Sister Angelique, and I am going to make um, a lobster tail with some Mediterranean blend. Vegetable that comes with potatoes, zucchini, carrots, and some other little blended spices in there. But just something very short and sweet to do. Um, Sorry, I have this here in my hand, but that's what I'm going to cook on. So today we're going to use one lobster tail because I don't need two. I'm just only going to have one lobster tail. And as you can see on the back of it, there is the legs. I'm going to actually take those legs off with a knife. I'm going to be rinsing off. So be very careful because these have pointing right here and it will pluck you. It will get sick and it does hurt. So I just don't like to have the tails on there. So I try to take them off. Um, You can use one of those knives to do it, but I don't want to use the knife, so I'm just happy with just taking them off with the, I'm sorry, with some scissors. So I'm just happy with just doing it like this here. And once you take them off, rinse with cold water. Make sure that your lobster is actually is thawed completely out because if it's not going to work. What we're going to do today, we're going to use a couple of blended spices. And I wish that I could be right there with you, but unfortunately I can't. I need to be over here at my table. Once I get everything together and we start blowing up, please, sisters, we will definitely have a place where we can actually cook at and be right up on there, very close videoing. But for now, just bear with us because we're in the making. I am going to take a little bitty small cup like this here, porcelain cup like this, and I'm going to add a half a teaspoon because we're allowed to have at least 1 teaspoon. The other teaspoon I want to use for my vegetables, so I'm just going to use a half. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my microwave, which I'm sorry you can't see, but it's sitting on the side, for about 15 seconds or so. And what I'm doing is I'm melting the butter because that's what we're going to use. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and take my foil. I'm going to create me an aluminum pan, create a little pan, homemade pan. That's because I just don't want to use, it doesn't make sense to use a whole pan to cook one lobster. If I had a whole bunch of them, I probably would do the same because it comes out better on the aluminum foil anyway. This is something I learned on my own. So, okay. So this is what it's going to turn out to look like. If you can see it. It looks like a little bitty pan by itself. Fold it on the edges on each side. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the the scissors. I'm going to take the scissors, as you can see. Sorry. And I am going to insert the scissor inside. You see? And I'm going to cut the top of the shell all the way down to the end of the tail. Okay? Next, I'm going to take, and hold on just 1 second. I'll place this down here so you can see. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shell and we're going to squeeze together. Just kind of open it just a little. And then what you want to do is you want to go in, you want to break it. Sorry, it's taking a little bit longer than what it would normally take me to do, but I have to get my strength back. There we go. You're going to hear it crack open. Try not to get the shell inside your meat. And then you're going to take your meat. Let's rinse this off one more time just to make sure it's clean on the inside. Pull out any veins or anything that's in there. And you know how they make them look so pretty at the restaurant? I figured out how they do that now, so I don't need to do it anymore with them. So what you do is you take the meat and you just pull it up. Don't pull it out, just pull it up. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay? So just pull it up, sit it up on top of the shell, place it on top of the foil. I don't know if you can see it. I'm doing the best I can for you guys for today. Again, once we get like more advanced, I promise you we will have better videos. But for now, this is the beginning stage of recording. So then I'm going to take some sea salt, and I'm just going to take and put a little bit in my hand, which will be about a pinch. And I'm just going to just dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it. You don't need a whole lot because, again, you only have, one lobster. We're only working with one lobster. And then there's some Cajun seasoning by Texas Joy to give it that Cajun spice to it and the taste. So again, you just only want to dab a little bit. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4. Okay, because you still have I still have to apply my red pepper. So we have red pepper that gives it that pop. Paprika. So Mrs. Dash, because again, I don't want to use too much of seasoning. So I just added Mrs. Dash. Usually I don't add Mrs. Dash, but today I said I was going to try it today. And last but not least, I'm going to add just a little bit of seasoning salt. But you don't need to. Again, you don't have to add these things. The main thing that they usually have is red pepper, paprika to give it its color, and just a little bit of salt and pepper if that's what you want. But for me, I want an extra little oomph to mine, so I added me some Cajun seasoning to mine. Hopefully that doesn't give me too much salty taste on mine. That's the reason why I use the Mrs. Dash. And I'm just going to kind of rub it around. Just rub it, give it a little smear to it. And last but not least, I'm going to pour my butter. Meanwhile, it's going to go in the oven. Actually, I'm going to put it under the broiler. And I got my oven at about 300, between 300 and 350. This one is actually on 350. I'm going to turn it down to maybe 325. And meanwhile, while that's in there, I'm going to go ahead and stick these in for about 6 minutes. By the time my lobster is done, our actual vegetables will be done too. last but not least, I'm going to have watermelon as my dessert. See? Container of watermelon. This is my second watermelon. I had pears earlier today, so for my lunch. So this is what I'm having, as you can see. So that's pretty much my the end of my preparing my lobster tail and my vegetables. I will come back with part 2, just so you can see the actual outcome of my food. Thank you very much, everyone.